Hey folks, Gary here. Are you prepared? Well, without any context, it's hard to answer that question. Prepared for what, right? If it's December and I asked you that question, you would know I'm talking about Christmas. And depending who you ask that question, you would get different answers. If you ask Marna, she would say, yes, totally prepared. I've been prepared for months. If you ask me, it'd be a different answer. If you ask someone right now in town near the hockey arena, right, who's working outside, are you prepared? They would say, yes, we're working really, really hard. We are preparing. Preparing for what? Preparing for a really important weekend because there's going to be a curling tournament this weekend. So they are getting prepared for that. You prepare for really important days. In John chapter 11, we read a lot of things taking place. There's a lot of things happening. One of the main things happening is that Jesus raises Lazarus from the dead, right? Lazarus is dead. He's dead. He's not mostly dead. He is really dead. And Jesus restores life to him. Who can do that? No one can do that. As only God can breathe life into you when you are dead. There's no other explanation. And so Lazarus is raised from the dead. And this blows everybody's minds. The Pharisees want to kill Jesus now because of that. They want to kill Lazarus too because he's evidence. They want to get rid of him. And people are just like, this is amazing. So Jesus and his disciples, they kind of just step out of the limelight. They actually fade into the background. But something else has taken place. And what's taken place is preparation. We have people who are traveling to Jerusalem to be prepared for Passover. They're preparing themselves. So if you said to them, are you ready? Are you prepared? Say, I'm working on it. I'm getting there. Why? Because Passover was an incredibly important day. If we go over to John chapter 12, verses 1 to 8, we see a little bit more preparation taking place. But it's even more significant. And let's read it. It says this. 6 days before the Passover, Jesus therefore came to Bethany, where Lazarus was, whom Jesus had raised from the dead. So they gave a dinner for him there. Martha served, and Lazarus was one of those reclining at the table with him. Lazarus was just dead, like just recently, and now he's having supper with Jesus. This blows my mind. Anyways, going on here. Mary therefore took a pound of expensive ointment made from pure nard and anointed the feet of Jesus and wiped his feet with her hair. The house was filled with the fragrance of the perfume. But Judas Iscariot, one of the disciples, he was about to betray him, said, why was this ointment not sold for 300 denarii and given to the poor? Now he said that not because he cared about the poor, but because he was a thief, and having charge of the money bag used to help himself to what was put in it. Jesus said, leave her alone so that she may keep it for the day of my burial, which is going to happen actually pretty soon. For the poor you will always have with you, but you do not always have me. There's preparation for Passover, but there's really preparation for Easter and what's going to take place. Jesus is going to go to the cross. He's going to be the sacrifice on the cross. He's going to die on the cross. He's going to be laid into a tomb. He's going to be buried. And then he's going to be resurrected and come back to life on the third day. And it blows everybody's mind. This is what's going to take place. But Judas can't see it. And that's what I find so striking in this. You're in a room. Jesus is there. Jesus is there. Jesus, who raises people from the dead, is in a room with you. And someone who was dead not that long ago, he was dead not that long ago, is lying down, reclined by a table, eating supper with you. And the only thing you can think about is, if we sold that perfume, man, that'd be a whole lot of cash and I could steal it. Talk about missing what's in the room. The money, the wealth, and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, maybe you could set yourself up for that and have a good time. But you're missing something that's amazing, that's so much more valuable than all the money in the world. It's Jesus and the resurrection. And Jesus is being prepared by Mary. Mary doesn't even know it, but she is preparing Jesus for that day. So when it comes to Easter, coming up this weekend, prepare yourself to meet with Jesus. Don't let other things distract you. Don't let things of the world distract you. Focus in on what is incredibly valuable, Jesus, and what he's done for you on the cross.